Now, I'm going to try to put two and two together here. All right. Now, before the Garcia and Guerrero fight was announced, we all knew that the WBC had mandated that Danny Garcia and Amir Khan fight for the vacant title after the fact that Floyd Mayweather was stripped from that title due to his retirement. Okay? But somehow, in some way, the WBC recanted their initial position on that, which is no surprise to anybody, and allowed Garcia and his management to opt out of the Khan fight and choose another opponent that's highly ranked at the WBC. And that opponent is Robert Guerrero. Guerrero's ranked number 6 by the WBC, but he's ranked far below in the world rankings now. He's probably ranked right in the low 20s, I believe. Okay? Now, we all know that Guerrero's career has been on a serious decline ever since he moved up from 135 to 147, which is 2 weight classes. It all started where he had engaged into a brutal fight with Salkan Aydin, where he took some hellacious shots in that fight, but somehow, some way, he found a way to prevail and come out to be the interim champion. All right. And then after that, he got into a hellacious war with Andre Berto, which turned out to be the fight of the year. And then after that, he got his shot at Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather beat him convincingly. And then after the Mayweather fight, he got to a legal dispute with his then promoter, Golden Boy Promotions, because he was so upset the fact that they tried to set him up with the Keith Thurman fight. And it took a whole year to settle out that dispute. And eventually Guerrero was back in the ring, and he fought a dead prospect, Yoshiro Kamagai, from Japan. And he engaged into a serious war with Kamagai to the point that Kamagai busted up Guerrero's face, and it looked so grotesque. So I thought that fight should have been stopped, in my opinion, because Guerrero's eye was completely blooded shot. But somehow, some way, he found the warrior spirit to prevail and beat Kamagai in that fight. And then after that, he engaged into he eventually got into the ring with Keith Thurman, and we could all see why he ducked Thurman blatantly. Because, Thurman had really put a beating on Guerrero, after the knockdown in the 9th round. I'll give credit when credit is due, because Guerrero did rally back and try to take the fight to Thurman, but obviously it wasn't enough. So, Thurman came out as a victor. And then after that, he engaged into another war with another, I think I'll say journeyman by the name of Aaron Martinez. Jesus Christ. And I thought Martinez won that fight, to tell you the truth, because he put a beating on Guerrero. He even knocked him down in that fight. So, yeah, I mean, Guerrero has really been, he's a shot fighter now, to be honest with you. And he's in a do or die situation. So if he doesn't win this fight, I would say he's going to be put on a journeyman status, if you ask me. So, you know what I mean? To be honest with you, I don't care who wins, because I have no interest in this fight, to be honest with you, because I'm more interested in both of the dads getting into their verbal tirades, because we all know they both talk a lot of shit. Now, on to Danny Garcia. All I got to say is, what the fuck has happened to Danny Garcia, man? I mean, Jesus Christ, this guy used to be the cream of the crop ever since his knockout wins over Amir Khan and his unanimous decision win over Lucas Matisse, who, by the way, he was an underdog in both of those fights. He was a linear unified champion in that division. He needed to collect one belt, and that other belt was held by Lamont Peterson, which is the IBF belt. Okay, but ever since he had took a voluntary defense against Mauricio Herrera in his native. Not saying he wasn't born in Puerto Rico. He is, where his origins is from. Okay, his dad's from Puerto Rico. Okay, ever since he took that fight with Herrera, and a lot of people believe, and I believe, that Herrera won that fight. He gave Garcia a beating. Okay, now ever since that fight, Herrera beat the confidence out of Garcia, completely, changed him. I mean, Garcia has not been the same fighter ever since. I mean, look at his level of opposition. He fought a raw soccer. I'm sorry, I have to call him a bum. He was a bum. He's a bum. A natural junior lightweight who had no business being in the ring with Garcia. And Garcia knocked that man out viciously in the 3rd round. Oh, my God. That was brutal. It was so embarrassing. to be honest with you, for Garcia to be in a fight like that. Okay? And then he got into a fight with Lamont Peterson, a fight that we all been waiting for. But it was not for the unified titles. The fights were at catchweight, which is well over the 140-pound limit, which was an outrage. It has sparked a lot of controversy with a lot of fans who were very upset about that. But anyhow, that fight got made. Garcia suffered another beating, late in the fight. Some people felt that Peterson won. I thought he won, but at the same time, he did rally a little too late to most observers. So, Garcia escaped that fight, but again, he took another beating. So it makes you question whether he's up for, if he's really up for the challenge. And then after the Lamont Peterson fight, he moves up to 147 and takes a fight with Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie Malignaggi, a completely shot fighter, okay, who's known to be a feather-fisted puncher, okay, beat him. So now what? So now we get this Guerrero fight, okay? Recently, Floyd Mayweather got stripped of his WBA super title, okay? And that won't be official until the end of the month. So the PBC probably knew this was going to happen. So they seized the opportunity to send a request to the WBA and sanction that fight for the vacant super title. So the WBA declined that request. And here's the reason why they declined that request. Gilberto Mendoza, the president of the WBC, he stated that he wants to limit the division to be 2 champions instead of 1. So Keith Thurman, who's now the regular champion, will be upgraded to super champion. And David Avizan will be the regular champion, who's currently the inner champion. Okay? And also, given the fact that the last time the PBC made this request to the WBA, they actually approved the request to sanction the fight between Abel Mares and Leo Santa Cruz, which sparked a lot of criticism and outrage by fans, okay? And the WBA did not want to put themselves in that position again, so that's the reason why they denied this request. So, with that said, this is why I say the welterweight division is in shambles right now, because we're not getting the fights that we want to see. Okay, the best is not fighting the best. We got divas who are pricing themselves out. We got guys who are, only going to set fights at catchweights, and they want rehydration clauses in the catchweight contracts. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, and this fight right here just proves my point that nobody has no interest of it, and it should not be made whatsoever. Okay, and to be honest with you, I don't care who wins, because neither of these men are going to be going to move up high in the rankings. I mean, maybe Danny Garcia will, but is he really going to fight the top tier competition? Okay, because I can't see him in the ranks of Earl Spence Jr. I can't see him in the ranks of Keith Thurman, Kell Brook, Amir Khan. Even though he beat Khan at 140, but I tell everybody this: I think Khan is a much stronger fighter at 147, because I believe he was weight drained in the lower weight divisions where he couldn't resist punches. So now that his body is grown, he's be able to sustain punches very well. Even though he's still chinny a bit, but he can still take shots. I mean, he's able to take shots very well when he moved up in weight. But needless to say, I call bullshit when I see it, and I see that the PBC was trying to pull this bullshit here with the WBA. So my hat's off to the WBA for denying this request, because why in the world would you do that to Keith Thurman, okay? Because Keith Thurman is a guy who worked his ass off. I know that right now he's been kind of quiet, with the Sean Porter situation. And my message to Keith is like, come on, man. Come out of the dark and just make the fight. Give us the fight. Just get it made, get it over with. And I have confidence that you could beat Porter. But besides the point, Keith Thurman worked hard. And for the WBA to shaft him like that and sanction the Guerrero and Garcia fight to be for the super title would be a slap in the face. But I'm glad it didn't happen. But it is what it is. Let me know what you think. I'm going to post a link to the article below in the description box. Care to comment, subscribe, share, sign it off. Peace.